Good morning. I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking at the camera because I'm watching a float on this beautiful lake just outside a log cabin we've hired just outside of York. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and for posterity it's the year that Hurricane Doris and one or two other hurricanes smashed into the Caribbean, and they've all ended up in the middle of October lashing the coast of the UK and bringing with it some stupid temperatures. So it's about 21 degrees this morning. It's ridiculous. I've set up for fishing. I've bought a little bank stick so you can watch it while I'm fishing, and probably lost that already, so I'll find that in a bit. I've already missed at least 2 bites just setting up, and I can see my floats waggling now, so we're going to try and find somewhere to put the camera, but for now you'll just have to sit back and watch because we are in paradise. Pop, 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 pop. I know. Pop, pop. Pop, 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 pop. Used to be at the Cirque du Soleil. Hey? The first tight-roping chicken. Pop, 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 pop.
Especially with the whole mental health culture, with people are becoming more open about talking about issues that are affecting them. It's something that the NHS has brought onto the table, something that used to be nobody talking about it, and it's becoming a real thing. Chris, you made an introduction talking about your experiences in assessing your own behaviour. Yeah. Surprisingly physical, and my early promise fades away under the problem legs. The water is clear. It just makes it an even playing field, and everyone gets away, and the opportunity to share.
Now, if you're tuning in expecting to see some tips on fishing at Paradise Lake, or watching some really big fish be pulled in, you might be bitterly disappointed, because I am probably the world's worst fisherman. I only go perhaps once or twice a year, and invariably I never catch anything. I don't pull my line in tight, I don't plumb the depths properly, I'm probably using the wrong bait, and so to me it's a bit of a bonus if you actually pull a fish in. But my idea of fishing is sitting by the water and just relaxing, enjoying the view, not giving a care in the world really. So apart from walking around a cruise ship with a pina colada in my hand, I can't think of anything better than this. Those ducks are going to be really annoying today, I can just feel it. Right, I've been fishing for 10 minutes and I haven't got a clue what I've caught. But look at the bloody size of that. That's the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life. And it's the first 10 minutes out. I can't believe it. And that's on a bit of bread. I'm going back onto bread. Look at the sweet corn. Look at the size of that. It's huge. What is it? I don't know. Barbel. Carp? Haven't got a clue. Tell you, I'm not a fisherman. I never quite get hang of this camera. I've just spent 10 minutes talking and not had it switched on. So there you are. Let's just recap on that. Here we are at Paradise Lodge at Storwood, just outside York, and I'm a bit impressed with that, if I'm being honest. That's the first time I've caught anything over 3 inch long in 30 odd years, on a piece of bread, about a rod length out. And when I say a rod length, I caught it on the 4-foot rod, 5-foot rod. It was bent double. I am really glad I stuck 6-pound line on last week. That would have snapped straight off on my £1.5, wouldn't it? So yeah, glad I did that. I'm well impressed. This is going to be a cracking week if that's anything to go by. I've just missed another bite while we're trying to get my camera started. I'm going to have to reel back in now and recast, because I'm like 2 inch away from end of rod. But the bloke said you'll find all your fish are right next to the bank, and he wasn't wrong. That was like, 4 foot off the bank. It was huge. And by the way, I'll just introduce the nice couple that seem to be running the establishment, John and Karen. Really nice when we arrived yesterday. Well impressed. I'll show you around the lodge later, which is directly behind us. And this is great. I've left everybody in bed, and I'm down here having best spot of fishing I've ever had, if I'm being honest. Now I know, there's some people out there that catch them every 2 minutes, every day, whenever they go, they never miss a bite. But they're experienced fishermen, and that's what they do, that's what they're there for. As I said, my idea is just sitting here, not having to worry about anything. So that's a bonus. Oh God, this is the size of it. It was massive. It really was. All right, it weren't that big. I know. I once caught a cod that were like 3 foot long, but not out of Paradise Lodge. But hey, the week's young. Who knows? So I suppose now I've graduated into a real fisherman, I ought to give you all the lowdown on my tackle, because that's what fishermen do on these videos. So I'm using a very cheap Kingfisher 12-foot rod. Oh, shut up, I'm filming. And I've got some cheap Dunlop floats that I got off of Amazon. I think it was 12 for 50p or something stupid. 6-pound line also off of Amazon. And I'm using a slice of bread, and there it goes again. Oh, missed it. And bugger. This is my trouble. I always either strike too fast or strike too late. I never quite get it right. Yeah, I started on mouldy cobs, but that didn't work, so I'm onto an ordinary slice of bread, and I'm making little maggot-shaped pieces out of it. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but it's working. So I've got to pull it in because I bet that one's fell off. So keep watching. Now, as you can see, I'm sat literally right on the edge of the bank, and normally I would worry that the fish can see you from there, surely, but the water's pretty, I'm sure it's clear, but it looks really green and murky, but I bet it's not, and he didn't bother anyway. He saw me straight in there. Obviously food comes before caution. So I'm fishing about, I would guess 4 foot deep. They recommended 3 foot. I tried that, wasn't getting anywhere. Stuck another foot on and bang, straight into one. Just missed a bite. So I'm getting about 2 or 3 bites every minute, which is really good and lively. There's hardly any wind. The sun's coming up. I'd say it's about 14-15 degrees at the moment. Forecast 21. And I think I've got the whole day to myself, because my daughter's up here just for the day. She's taking Sue out, I believe. Her partner's coming down to have a sit and just watch. He can use the landing net. I was struggling on my own with that, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to a good day, and if it warms up, it'll be even better. There's another one. Don't know what that is. Is that a bream? Dace? I don't know. Well, I don't know if you can see that, but there's either a storage outlet in the middle of the water. There's a submarine surfacing. Oh, what the bloody hell is that? But it's moving this way, and it's huge. Loch Ness Monster. Can you see that? That thing on the water, it's like a swirl. What is that? It's moving, it's definitely coming this way. I think I might have to recast out into that and see what happens. I bet it's a water outlet or something daft and I'm talking out my arse. Well, there you go. Look at him. Another nice one. Don't know what he is. Oh, sorry you missed that one. Just had a little, well, I thought it were a roach. It had got pink fins. Now I can't, like I said, I'm not a fisherman. Don't know what half the fish are. And yeah, I've just missed another bite. And just pulled in what I thought was a roach because it's got pink fins, but apparently I've been told it's a bream. I thought bream were sort of flat and silver, but maybe not. I don't know. Who cares? So that's number 4. I'm just going to bring this back in because I think my bread's fell off. a nice one. I wish I knew what these fish were that I were catching. So, it's just coming up for 3 o'clock and I'm on fish number 9. Having difficulty getting the bread to stay on the hook at the moment. But it's been a bit slower this afternoon. Like a warm sunny day at the moment. Right, that's the... I've tried sweet corn for a while, but that's not really worked. So we're back to the bread. Right, good morning. It's another nice start to the day at Paradise Lakeside Lodges in Storwood. Now, yesterday you will have seen me fishing on. I've actually swapped pegs. I've moved one down because I was fishing just outside my own lodge, and the bloke down just from me was getting huge carp, and he's just gone home. He was on a Friday to Monday, so I'm stealing his peg. It's changeover day, nobody else is here at the moment. I can fish where I like. Well, actually, he said you can fish where you like anyway, but I bet everybody normally fishes outside their own lodge. I caught lots of fish yesterday, 15 in total. I was really impressed. That's the most I've caught. If you add all my 30 odd years of fishing together, that's more than I've ever caught in total. I was fishing on bread. That's the first. I've never caught anything on bread before. Normally use maggots. I've caught on sweet corn yesterday. Never had any success on sweet corn before. So I am after one of them big carp. I'm just about to cast out. It's a bit more weedy just here. I put some micro pellets down because that's what John, the guy who owns the place, said that I really needed. And I can see I've already managed to jump straight into a lily bed. I'm going to have to watch that. Managed to get out of it. Might be changing pegs if that happens too often. Oh, I've done it again. Now, guarantee, I am the world's most hopeless fisherman, so I'm not expecting anything again, and if my expectations are as good as yesterday, I'll be well pleased. So, what's Paradise Lakeside Lodges like? Well, it's a mouthful for a start. I'm just going to call it Paradise Lodges in future because I'm going to get tongue-tied otherwise. 2 lakes. This is Lodge Lake. Just across the road is House Lake. 13 lodges around this one, of which 3 are set back with hot tubs. The others are right on the lakeside. Really nice. 2-minute walk from the lodge. In fact, not that. Minute walk from the lodge. Chickens galore. Stole all my food yesterday. Not impressed. Go on. And I was warned about that. They said he would go for the pellets. Actually, I told me bread. And then where was I? Yes, the other lake, House Lake, has got 13 eco pods, which are really nice. A bit small for what we want. But you know, if you're just coming for a couple of days fishing with just the 2 of you, perfect. The weather has been absolutely glorious. We're back end of those hurricanes that hit in America and the Caribbean a couple of weeks ago have arrived on our coast, brought some really hot, humid weather. 21 degrees yesterday. Apparently it's going to be the same today, but we're just having the coast of Ireland lashed at the moment with various winds and rains, so the weather's not supposed to hold out. But we'll see. So I'm going to sign off for the moment, and if I catch anything, I'll come back on. So I'll see you in a minute. Oh, that's very presumptuous. Might be half an hour. I don't know. Let's find out.
How you been doing?
Oh, I tell you what. yesterday. I told you I'm a hopeless fisherman, didn't I? So, the guy across the road is doing the maintenance. Hang on, switch him off. Yep. There's a laugh. The guy across the road who's maintaining the grounds thinks I'm a bit mad because I'm talking to myself, but the owner's just come up behind me and had a chat, and then he's gone over there and he said he's talking to a mini cam. Don't worry, he's making a video. So just had a nice chat with him. He's put me straight. Apparently I caught common carp yesterday. What I thought was a mirror carp actually wasn't. It was just a brown common carp. And yeah, he says there's lots of them around and there's one or two other bits, so who knows what we'll catch. I've just had one bite and missed it. It's a bit quieter this morning, so might not have such a good day, but I'm not bothered. The price of the fishing is 20 quid for the week. You can't grumble at that. And you've got 2 lakes to choose from, as I said. The other one apparently has got lots of perch in it. But I went over there this morning and it's a bit weedier for me. I'm not into weeds, I always get tangled up in them. Only I need to have one lily in the whole pond and I'll catch it. So I'm sticking in this one. And, oh, you bugger. I bet that bread's gone. Nope, still there. Now they're starting to bite, that's a good thing. I'm a bit close to this tree as well, so that's not going to be helping. And the wind's blowing me towards that lily bed, but that's not going to be helping, so I think I may well be moving in a bit. I thought with the lilies being there might be some bigger fish hanging around. Not that I'm an expert, you know, talking out my arse really, aren't I? So, just guessing. If I were a fish, I'd be hanging around them lily beds. So, yeah, 20 quid a day. Cost me £12 for my rod licence for the 5 days. And so that's 32 quid. And to be honest, the fishing I had yesterday, I'd have paid 32 quid. I was well impressed. So now you've got to divide that down. So now I'm into 16 quid a day if I fish all day today. And I'm also hopeless at maths, so I can't figure out what it'll be if I do 3 days. So I'm not going to embarrass myself anymore by sitting talking to myself. I'm going to switch off again and hopefully drag some fishing. I've got to thank my wife this morning for this. I thought we were going to York. I'd prepared myself for a trip out and she can't be bothered this morning, so oh well, you'll have to go fishing again, she says. And I'm thinking, oh, not again. So for those that you don't know, I'm waiting to have a knee injury. I actually postponed it because I knew this week were coming up and I weren't ruining my week's holiday without being on crutches. Sat all day yesterday with my knee bent like I have now, and I'm absolutely in agony. So I think the first thing I've got to do is straighten my leg. The other thing I've got to do is find out what you do for this little guy here, because I've only been here 2 minutes and this little sod's already had half my bread. So he's annoying me. Go on. Yeah, apparently he's the local pet. Right, well we're back at Paradise Lodge. I'm talking quiet because the next bloke on the next picture is going to think I'm crazy, like I did yesterday. And had a nice day out, went to Eden Camp, which is somewhere we've been wanting to go for years. Very interesting, and again very sad right at the end, which I'll show you later in one of my other videos. Move me, move Sue, and reminded me yet again that well, not a good idea, shouldn't be doing that. So managed to dash back, get the last hour in fishing, and beautiful evening. No wind. Last night really turned very windy at the end, and tonight it's super peaceful. Just look at this. Not a ripple. So I'm just going to concentrate having the last hour, and we'll see if we can pull anything big. I've got some secret ammunition for tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. Oh, I can see some ripples coming now, so I'm signing off. I'll see you in a bit. Good morning, this is Wednesday, and this is my big fishing challenge day. I've set myself a task to at least equal what I did on Sunday, and hopefully a lot more. And it's a beautiful day. We've woke up to a nice blue sky. It's 7:30 in the morning. It's quite warm. I've got a good feeling about this. I've got a whole range of different baits today. Some really secret and freaky baits. We'll see which one will bring the fish in, if any. And I'll give you a shout when I get past 15. That's the first time I'm going to come back on. So it's time to set up. Well, it looks like everybody's taking advantage this morning of the good weather. Everybody's turning out of the cabins, so everybody's going to be thinking I'm talking to myself again. So I'm starting off with bread this morning. I've been watching YouTube videos and I've seen two ways of putting the bread on. One is to use a punch, which I haven't got, so I'm making little disc type bits of bread, and the other is to mould a piece around the hook, which I've been doing all week, and that's been working quite well. So I'm going to have a go at that. And I've got 2 rods going today again. I thought, why not? Let's go for it. If I'm going to meet my challenge, I've got to do everything I can. So bread to start with. Let's see how we do. Well, I came out at 7:30 and it's now 10 past 10, and after making all that fuss about what a great day I was going to have, I haven't caught one yet. And I've managed to have 3 on the hook and they've come off, and then I managed to get one snapped. That must have been a big one because I'm using 5-pound line. And just had a quick walk up and down and had a chat to everybody else, and nobody seems to be doing anything this morning. As you can see though, it's a beautiful sunny day. There's hardly any movement at all on the water. Oh, apart from the odd fish that's jumping. I've tried bread, luncheon meat, my special cat food mix that didn't work at all. Didn't even stay on the hook. So on next I'm going to try a bit of sweet corn, although the guy down the road on the next peg said he hasn't had any luck with that. So one last bit of bread going in now, and then I think I'm going to try something completely different. Started on 2 rods, but it was too difficult. I was getting bites on both rods at the same time. I don't know how people manage that. I'm getting it in the right tangle, so I gave that up as a bad idea. There is some huge fish jumping, but can I as well as get them? Even managed to break a rod rest. Don't know how you do that, but I did. So I've been and made myself a cup of coffee and settled myself down for round 2. But if nothing else, better than being at work. Well, welcome back. Probably a little bit over optimistic this morning. The first 4 hours I've spent catching absolutely nothing. So far I've had 5 fish on the hook. All 5 have fell off, 1 right at the net, really annoyed with that. 1 snapped, £5 line. How big was that going to be? Loads of bites, just can't pull them in. 2 of the fish I'm absolutely sure were running with the big ball of bread in their mouth, and they actually hadn't got the hook in. They were just keeping a tight grip on the bread. So I've got to train tactics a bit this afternoon. I think I'm going to see if I can just let them run with it and then drag them in later. I've tried, what have we tried? Bread, sweet corn, luncheon meat, all the normal favourites. Chopped grapes, chopped pineapple, chopped sultanas, which I took out of my fruit and nut. I wasn't overly impressed with giving that up, but this is the commitment you have to have. And then I've also tried, as I say, bread. But I think I've made a mistake. I've changed from Warburton's to Morrison's cheap 50p a loaf, and I don't think they like it. So I might have to go back to Warburton's. And then the secret weapon, the cat food that I got, wasn't very good because it wouldn't stay on the hook. When you moistened it, it went just mush. And the last thing I'm trying is beef burger, because we've just had beef burger for lunch and they look really appetising. I thought, well, if I liked it, maybe the fish will. So I've just chucked a piece of beef burger in, and I've already had my first bite on it. Oh, roast beef. I've got to thank Graham Pullin at Totally Awesome Fishing for that idea. He was talking about a Sunday dinner fishing, and I've just had a bit of roast beef left from Sunday, so I thought I'll try that. Just pulled off a little strip, hooked it on, bite after bite, but couldn't catch the buggers. Don't know what's going off there. But brilliant idea, Graham. Love your show, by the way. Unfortunately, you're totally awesome. I'm totally awful. So all your hard advice, great advice, has all been wasted on me, basically. But hopefully the next 4 hours I can turn it round. Let's see. So keep watching this space. And shut up. Does anybody know if we've got an RAF base around here? Because the absolute noise these jets make when they come over, sonic booms everywhere. I want to complain to somebody, but I can't find anybody. P.S. To the person sat on the other side with his phone on speakerphone, you just don't do that around a fishing lake. Really annoyed. Well, there you are, Graham, double P, mate. Impressed with that little tip, and that was a nice fight. Tried to get into the reeds but didn't make it. Well done. Impressed with that, Graham, and I'll say again, totally awesome fishing, brilliant channel on YouTube. Recommend anybody to watch it if they've never fished before. And you, bog off. Right, I have to confess, I haven't got a clue what that was, but I'm assuming it was a carp of some description. Just caught it just on the edge of the reeds, just there, and I'm not kidding, I'm literally, oops, keep banging the camera with my rod. Hang on a second, I'll try that again. I'm literally fishing just on the end of these reeds. You don't have to fish in the middle at all, right on the edge. Apparently just how it had been designed as a marginal fishery. Bog off, chicken. You've had a bit of bread. What more do you want? So the aim was to get at least 15 fish. That's my first, believe it or not, but hey, when you get one of those it's worth 15. And I don't know if I'm going to manage. I've got another 5 hours maybe. We're going to manage another 14, who knows. But what I can say is, if I don't fish here again today or this week, and the 3 days I've had here have been well worth the 32 quid it's cost me, and I would be happy to come back anytime. In fact, I'm looking at planning a week here next year already. It's a lovely place. There are tons of things to do around the area, around York area. You've got Moulton, Pickering, Scarborough if you need the seaside. And there's no shortage of things to do. So, looking forward to coming back another year and having another go at this lake. The only really annoying thing is these bloody jets. I don't know if we've got an Air Force base somewhere around here. There's the float just dipping again. Is that another carp maybe? Who knows? So, back to the fishing. I'm going to switch the camera off and give you a shout in another hour or so and let you know how I'm doing. Well, I was just about to pack up, but I thought I'd just have one last try with my double P secret mix, and lo and behold, look at that. What a beauty. That's huge. Well, I'm afraid that's it, because I'm dying to go to the loo. So, I've packed up, it's off home tomorrow, and get on tow season, see if we'll book next year. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.